Good afternoon, Blue Comet fans, as we are finally ready to go here in Fort Scott. Game number 1 for the Lady Blue Comets here. They'll be taking on Spring Hill, the Lady Broncos of Spring Hill here. And like I said, sorry for the late start getting underway here this afternoon, folks. And we'll play a couple of them here. Let's go around the horn for Lady Blue Comets. We're trying to get this one underway. We were scheduled to start about 4:30 here this afternoon in game 1. Originally scheduled 3:30. Moved that game around, and we are ready to go here. In game number 1, Lady Blue Comets take on the Lady Broncos of Spring Hill. We apologize not being able to be on Z95.3 this afternoon. Our board operator was not able to make it today late in the afternoon. Was able to let us know that, so we apologize there. But we are here on the live stream. We'll bring you both games. I am Larry Pierce, ready to go. Let's see, it's going to be Kara Drake in the circle. Brianna Wagner behind the dish. You got Rachel Jacket at first. Jerry Lynn Custon Border over at a second. It is Taylor Thompson in short. Sophie Imling is in a third. It'll be J.C. Lewis in the left. Riley Donovan, in center. And Haley Shields will be the right fielder for the Lady Blue Comets here in game number 1. It will be Spring Hill coming to the plate. It will be Anderson first up here, ready to face Drake as we're ready to get underway here for this ball game here. And on KINZ.biz, we've got a pretty good view. We won't catch that very far left corner out there in right, or I should say right field corner, but we should catch most of it here anyway. So Anderson is the left fielder. She is up first, ready to face Drake. And swing and a miss to start her off here. Strike one. So Drake trying to get her team into the winner's side here as they'll take on, whoever wins this one will take on Ottawa. Ottawa beats Fort Scott 14-9 in that first game. There's a 1-1 count here to Anderson. So as Anderson steps back in, Drake, it's a sign from sophomore Brianna Wagner. Just outside, missing ball number 2, 2-1. A lot of seniors for Lady Blue Comets here in Spring Hill. Has been really good the last few years. They beat the Lady Blue Comets in this tournament last year. A lot of seniors there, and they did really well in the big tournament. That's going to be a long drive, and that's going to be all the way over Donovan's head and out into center field. It'll be a stand-up leadoff double here for Anderson. And they'll get the first hit. As I said, this year, a lot more juniors and sophomores here on the Spring Hill Lady Bronco team. But a good hit there to start off for Anderson, the center fielder. Here comes one of the seniors, only a couple seniors on this team. Second baseman Stegging steps to the plate here. And is now ready to go here. First pitch, low, gets away from Wagner. That'll allow the runner to get over to third on the wild pitch, and it's ball number 1. Cooper will be on deck, the third baseman. Pinkerton in the hole here. The first couple against Drake as they have a runner now over at third in scoring position here. After the wild pitch, 1-0 now to Stegging. She steps back in. Here's the pitch. That's up high outside, 2-0 to her. So Drake trying to settle in here. First game of the year for the Lady Blue Comets. And 2-0 to Stegging. She's right back in. That's low. And getting away from Wagner. Wagner can't find it now. Looking for it. Here comes the runner, Anderson. She'll come in and score. The wild pitch brings the run in. And it's a 1-0 ball game here. And there's now a 3-0 count here to Stegging at the plate. So 1-0 here to start off here. In the top of the first. Wild pitch brings in the run. Stegging sends back in. Here's the pitch. That's up high. Ball 4. So base on balls. So that'll bring Cooper, the third baseman, to the plate. Cooper comes up here. Coach Huber down the third base line. Sending in the signal as Cooper stands in now, ready to go against Drake. And the pitch to her. Swing and a miss. D-rag 1. Good little opening tournament for the Lady Blue Comets to be in here as get some game time action. As we get ready to start the season with SEK and play coming up to start off against Pittsburgh on Thursday is a scheduled game. Iola in town for a doubleheader after the missed game back before spring break. Don't think we're going to get either one of those games in on Thursday or Friday because of the weather. That's going to be a foul tip, and it is now 1-2. At the plate to Cooper. Pinkerton will be on deck. It's 1-0 Spring Hill, and over at first Stegging reaches on a base on balls. Cooper 1-2. And Drake with the sign from Wagner settles in. Here's the pitch. On the way. Foul ball here to the screen. Stays 1-2. So pass the word around, folks, here on KINZ.biz. As Cooper back in after the foul ball. 1-2. Stegging leading from first. That is outside. 2-2 now. Senior Kara Drake. 2-2 to Cooper. And the pitch. Foul ball. Headed back over the top of us. Heads up out here. And it will stay 2-2. After the foul ball, get everybody reset. Stegging steps back over at first. 2-2 count here, no outs. Top of the first inning, just underway. That one's going to get past Wagner. And a wild pitch sends the runner over to third. And it makes it a 3-2 count. So the count full here to Cooper as Drake looking for her first out of the ball game here. And the pitch on the way. On the infield, and that's going to be Wagner having to deal with the tree. Interference in the tree up there. But kind of caught just a little part of that tree, and Brianna Wagner trying to get underneath it. And that tree misdirected it just enough to where she lost sight of it. So it stays 3-2. Catcher Pinkerton on deck. His runner now over at second is Stegging in scoring position. Drake for that first out. Got the count full here to Cooper, who steps back in. And the pitch coming. That's foul ball back to the screen once again. Nice at bat here by Cooper. Getting ready to take pitch number 10. And it stays with a 3-2 count. So Drake looking for the sign. Wagner sends it out. 3-2 to Cooper. Standing right back in. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a call. Strike 3, and that is out number 1. And the strikeout here for Kara Drake. Here comes the catcher Pinkerton to the plate. 1 out and a runner on over at second. The pitcher Flood on deck. That's in there for a call strike on the inside. 0-1 to her. So that 0-1 counts. Drake delivers. Smack right back up the middle. That could get a run in here as Donovan comes up on it in center field. Get it in. Here's the play. Oh, just out of the glove reach there of Wagner. Going to take it second is Pinkerton on the hit. She gets the single now over to second. The run does come in. And 2 hits have now brought in 2 runs and a runner in scoring position there at second base. So here comes the pitcher Flood trying to help her own cause as she comes to the plate here. As Wagner calls timeout. Nice play there by Donovan. She got it in, and it was just out of the reach of Wagner there for the glove, and probably would have had a play, but just out of the reach, and it comes into a run. Now 2-0 Spring Hill in the top of the first. Still only 1 out. Here comes Flood to the plate, and a runner now at second. So the pitcher steps up trying to help her own cause here against Drake. Here's the pitch. Strike call. Right back in goes Flood. Hess on deck here with only 1 out. Just outside. That's ball 1. 1-1 now. So with that 1-1 count, Flood steps in, ready to go. Here's the pitch. Foul ball over here to the right side. Heads up over there. Mr. Campbell pretty close to it. Out of play. 1-2. We were standing over there towards the dugouts before the game in Fort Scott game, Ottawa game, and talking to Coach Shields, and he almost got a foul ball to him. Gotta be careful out here. 1-2 now the count. Back in goes Flood. Here's the pitch. Fly ball right side. Foul ball once again. Doing a good job fighting off pitches. Already up to 25 pitches here. The next one for Kara Drake here in the top of the first. Still only 1 out. 2 hits, base on balls, and a strikeout. There's a runner down to first, and Jacket going to cover there unassisted. So that's out number 2. So staying there at second is Pinkerton. Here comes Hess, the shortstop, to the plate. So Hess stands up. And Drake trying to get this last out of this inning. Get those Lady Blue Comet bats working here in the bottom of the first. In their first game of the season. 2-0 right now, Spring Hill. And that's ball 1. That's in there for a ball. And make it a 2-0 count here to Hess. So right back in goes Hess, the shortstop. And the pitch up high outside goes 3-0. Some shadow right there on the catcher in the batter's box. Here's the pitch. That gets away from Wagner out the end of the glove, and it's going to be ball 4. So base on balls, runners now on the corners. So ball 4, second base on balls here by Drake, and it will be Roberts coming to the plate as runners down the corners. 2-0 Spring Hill. Top 1. Here comes Roberts, the first baseman. Senior. And that one's going to get underneath and throw back as Wagner not going to get there in time as Pinkerton comes in to score. So the wild pitch, the third error by the Lady Blue Comets, has brought in the third run. Going over to third now is Hess. It's ball 1 here to Roberts. Roberts right back in, over at second there. Sorry, she didn't get over to third. Is Hess, that's ball 2. So now 3-0 ball game here. As Hess is over at second. And that's in there for a strike call. It's 2-1. So McNally will be on deck if Roberts can reach here with 2 outs. Drake delivers. On the outside corner for a call. Strike 2-2 now the count. See if we can get this second strikeout here, Karen, get in those bats working. 3-0 Spring Hill, top of the first. D-right call for the strikeout and the third out. And that will do it here in the top of the first. But they do get 2 hits, and they'll leave 1. They get 3 runs on a few errors. We'll be back for the bottom of the second at Donovan, Thompson, and Drake when we come back. Blue Comet softball here on KIZ.biz. Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go to the bottom half of the first inning. Blue Comets trail at 3-0 here. Coach Jacket goes down the third baseline. Coach Imling will be over on the first base side. It'll be Riley Donovan, Taylor Thompson, and Kara Drake. First 3 to start off here against the pitcher Flood. Flood in the circle. Pinkerton behind the dish. Here's the first pitch. That's up high to Donovan for ball number 1. So ball 1-2. You got Roberts at first, Stegging at second, Hess at short, Cooper at third, Anderson at left, Stoker in center, McNally is over in right field. Here's the pitch. That's a runner right back to Flood and go 1-3 for out number 1 here. Here comes Tater Thompson. A shortstop, Lady Blue Comets. On deck, Kara Drake for the Lady Comets. A little feedback over here. That's funny. All right, here we go. As Tater stands in here ready for her first pitch. As Flood ringing it in. Shot down the right side. It'll go foul and out of play. Ball, strike 1. Sorry. So the winner of this game will take on Ottawa. And the loser of this game will stay right here on the field and take on Fort Scott in the second game here today. And that's low for ball number 1, making it a 1-1 count. So on top of the first, Tater Thompson trying to get something started here for Lady Comets. Here's the 1-1. That's a shot, and it'll go right back. A tough Flood. She'll snag it there on the third base side and go for 1-3 for out number 2. So here comes Kara Drake, the Lady Blue Comet pitcher, coming out here, try to help her own cause here. She'll step up. And 2 outs and nobody on, putting Rachel Jacket on deck for Lady Comets. So Drake, strike call. So Kira right back in, 2 outs, trying to get something started here. Here's Flood with the pitch. Ooh, we're gonna say she went there. 0-2 took something off of it, did Flood. Kind of had Kara fooled. All right, so now it is 0-2 to Drake. End of the pitch on the way. High for ball 1, 1-2. Try to get her to chase after that one. Kara not going after that. So 1-2 now to Drake. As Flood delivers. Low on the inside, makes it a 2-2 count. So it's Flood getting closer and closer to having that shade in the circle, but not quite yet. There's the Drake now drawing the full counts. Kira trying to get on here for Rachel. Who's on deck? Rachel Jacket, first baseman. Standing here's the full counts. That's low, ball 4. So good job, Kira, fighting it off, getting the base on balls and getting on here. As Rachel Jacket, Lady Blue Comet first baseman, steps up here with a runner on. See if we can make some contact here with Haley Shields on deck for the Lady Blue Comets. So Jacket steps in. Here's the pitch. A little runner right back to Flood. And Flood throws it over the head of Roberts. Drake on her way into third. They're going to hold him up. And it will be an error as the runners now at second and third. Drake gets over to third on the error. Jacket reaches first on the error. First error of the ball game here. That puts runners on the second and third as Haley Shields comes to the plate here for the Lady Blue Comets, trying to bring them in. Shields, the right fielder, steps up here, ready to go against Flood. First pitch on the way to her. That's into foul ground. Nice try there as Roberts was trying to put a beat on it. Couldn't quite come down with it, and it's foul ball. So the Blue Comets trying to strike right back here with Sophie Imling on deck for the Lady Comets. As senior Haley Shields stands in here. And the 0-1 to her. Back to the screen, 0-2. So Haley right back in here now. And the pitch there on the way. Ooh, just getting a piece of that one, catching it, staying alive. Stays 0-2. Drake down at third. Jacket over at second. I get a little 2-out rally here. Are the Lady Blue Comets after a base on balls and an error. That's in there for a call. Steerack 3 to end the inning. And the third out, and they get the strikeout there for Spring Hill. But the Lady Blue Comets get no hits. They do leave 2, 1 error, and no runs come in. It will be a 3-0 ball game as we go to the second. Coming up for Spring Hill, McNally, Stoker, and Anderson, KINZ.biz. Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go to the top of the second inning. 3-0 Spring Hill. It will be McNally, Stoker, and Anderson first three up here against Kira Drake. Kira, 34 pitches, 1 strikeout, 2 base on balls, 3 errors, 2 hits, 3 runs. All charged her. Ball 1 to start off here to McNally in the second. So McNally stands right back in the right fielder for the Lady Broncos. That is low for ball 2, 2-0. Stoker, the number 9 hitter. Center fielder, standing on deck. Top of the order is Anderson, led off with a double. She's in the hole here. As Drake too high here to McNally, making it 3-0. Kira right back in the circle now, 3-0 to her. That's in there for a strike call, taken all the way is McNally, 3-1. So a 3-1 count now. She steps right back in. Here's the pitch to her. Outside, ball 4. So leadoff runner on here into the third base on balls given up by Drake here today. That'll bring up the center fielder Stoker. So Stoker stands in here with a runner on and no outs. Swing and a miss. D-Rag 1-2 her. 0-1 to Stoker. Checking out Coach Huber down the third baseline. Now steps back in the 0-1 count to her. Drake delivers. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Look at that first out here. The runner over at first. As it's 0-2 here to Stoker. And the pitch from Drake. High on 1-2. Stoker not going after that pitch. So the 1-2 count to her. Low on the outside and runs the count even now at 2-2. So the 2-2 count here, Stoker. And a pitch from Drake. Low, ball 3, running the count full. Good job here by Stoker to work the count full after falling behind 0-2. Stepping back in here, trying to get on for the leadoff hitter, Anderson. Here's the pitch from Drake. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 1. And the second strikeout for Kara Drake. Top of the order, Anderson comes to the plate. 1-for-1, had a double, scored a run. Moved around the base paths after that double with a couple of wild pitches. Was able to score on a wild pitch back in the first. So she steps up here with 1 out and a runner over at first. Outside, ball 1. So 1-0 to Anderson. Stegging on deck here with 1 out. Anderson right in. Here's the pitch. That's off the end of the bat. Foul ball, 1-1. Beautiful afternoon here in Fort Scott. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. It's going to be here for quite a while after these games get started a little bit late today. But should be a good night for some softball. Start the season. That's a shot out into center field. Riley Donovan coming underneath it. She'll make the play there in center for outs number 2. Good job there by Donovan out straightaway center. 2 outs. Here comes Stegging to the plate. Reached on the base on balls. Scored a run. Back in the first. So 2 outs and a runner at first. Drake trying to get out of this inning. As we have Emling, Kustenborder, and Wagner. The first 3 up in the bottom of the second. That's in there for a strike call. 0-1 to Steggy. Cooper on deck. If Steggy can get on, that one's low in the dirt. Wagner is keeping it in front of her. Good job there by Brianna. And that's a 1-2 count. Stegging stands in 1-2, or 1-1, sorry. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's up high, and now it is 1-2-1. 1 2/3, 51 pitches already for Kara Drake here. Pitch number 52 to Stegging. Swing and a miss. It is now 2-2. Cooper on deck if Stegging can reach. Lady Drake, Kara Drake trying to get this out here. And the pitch just outside, making it count full 3-2. All righty, here we go. The payoff pitch here. See if Kara can find the spot. Drake back in, has the sign she likes. Here's the 3-2. Stu, right call on the inside corner for outs. Number 3 in the 3rd strikeout for Kara Drake. Nice job. And it will be no hits and a 1 left. No errors by the Lady Blue Comets. We will go to the bottom of the second. Emling, Kustenborder, and Wagner to the plate when we come back on KIZ.biz. Back here ready to go to the bottom half of the second inning. Lady Blue Comets trail 3-0 here. But see if we get those bats working. Coach Jacket makes her way down the third base line. Coach Emling down the first base side. Bottom of the second, Emling, Kustenborder, and Wagner, the first 3 up here against Flood. Flood, first 2 hitters of that first inning, had ground balls right back to her for 2 quick outs here. She give him no runs. That's going to be a foul ball over foul ground. Going after it there is the third baseman. Not going to catch up, but there's Cooper. And it'll be a foul ball for Sophie Emling to start off 0-1. As I said, 17, now 18 pitches. She had 1 strikeout, 1 base on balls. Gave up no hits and no runs. Did Flood there in the first for her for 1 inning work. 0-1 to Emling. Starting the second. As Sophie steps right back in. Here's the pitch to her. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Jalen Kustenborder up next. Jalen Kustenborder. Should know that one. She's up next for Lady Blue Comets, second baseman. As Emling right back in, 0-2 pitch from Flood. That one's up high, ball 1, 1-2. So 1-2 count to her. Sophie checking in with Coach Jacket down the third base line. She said just jump in there and let's get something started. Here's the 1-2. Foul ball. Right back behind the screen, stays 1-2. So after the foul ball, we'll get everybody reset here. The 1-2 count once again. Coming from Flood. As Sophie looking to put one somewhere and get on here to start off for the second. That's up high by Flood. Now 2-2. Two count, no outs. Emling right back in. Flood taking a long look. Now we're ready to go. Here's the pitch. Staying away from it, Emily. Nice job, Sophie. Run the count full now, 3-2. Let's get on here for Jerry Lynn. So Sophie right back in, full count. Flood with the pitch. Oh, it's in there for a call. Deep right. 3 for out number 1. And the second strikeout for Flood here this afternoon. Jerry Lynn Custenborder on the way to the plate. Second baseman for the Lady Blue Comets. Steps up here. And I saw Ms. Babcock before the game, and I looked at it, and I thought that Corey was in the lineup, but Corey had some surgery, so glad to see she's not. I looked at it wrong. Jerry Lynn steps up, and that is ball number 1 to her. So probably a good thing that she's not in the lineup here. But if they need her, she can play. KB coming off of a long basketball season, looking for a good little break here before the start of the softball season, that's for sure. Jerry Lynn takes one on the elbow. She is hit by the pitch, so Lady Blue Comets have a base runner here. And that will bring up Brianna Wagner, Lady Blue Comet catcher. Sophomore Brianna. You'll see her a lot more here in this year in softball and baseball season or basketball season next year. Yeah, great addition to Coach Fox's starting lineup. Here's Brianna trying to get that bunt down, and it goes down. Nice job, and a nice job by the third baseman to come in there and get it and go 5-3 on the bunt. But moving over to second is Custenborder for out number 2. I don't know if you want to call that a sack bunt there. Coming to the plate now is J.C. Lewis, Lady Blue Comets left fielder, stepping up with a runner on over at second. And 2 outs, facing Flood for the first time. Here's the pitch. It's up on the inside, ball 1 to her. J.C. More than likely your starting point guard for Lady Blue Comets next year. 1-2 to J.C. right back in. Here's the pitch to her. That's an ever nice pitch for a strike one called 1-1. Sun's starting to get down into the, starting to shade the circle there. Just out front of the batter's box. So here's the pitch. Right back to the screen for Lewis, making it a 1-2 count. Top of the order will be Riley Donovan at the plate, or on the X circle. J.C. Lewis trying to get on here. Bring Custenborder off a second. Here's the 1-2. That one's low. Good job there by Pinkerton staying in front of it. It's now 2-2 to Lewis at the plate. JC right back in. 2-2. Flood with the pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul ball. Staying alive. Well, it's definitely staying alive. JC right back in, and the pitch on the way. That's up high, runs the counts full now at 3-2. That's up high for ball 4. So ball 4, runners now at first and second for the Lady Blue Comets here. Trying to make some noise with a couple outs. That's second base on balls. Top of the order, Riley Donovan comes up. She is 0 for 1. She had a ground out back to the pitcher. That's in there for a strike to her. 0-1 to Donovan. So Riley right back in with the 0-1 count. Runners at first and second. Here's a pitch from Flood. Low for a ball. 1-1 now the count. Don't do that right there, Larry. We're not ready for that yet. Okay, 1-1 now the count. All right. So 1-1 to Donovan. Riley right in. Here's the pitch from Flood. That's a smash down the first baseline. It'll be foul ball, 1-2. Donovan checking in with Coach Jacket down the third baseline. Steps back in with runners at first and second, 2 out. 1-2 count to her. And Flood with the delivery. That's low, 2-2. 2-2. Riley right back in for something to drive here. Here's the pitch. That'll go down into right center field, and it will get down. Oh, nice job by the right fielder. I thought for sure it was going to get down. McNally chases it down for the third out. A nice try there on a nice ride. So we get no hits, but we leave 2 and no runs come in. We will go to the third inning. Cooper, Pinkerton, and Flood when we come back. KINZ.biz. All right, back here as we go to the third inning. It is a 3-0 ball game. Spring Hill with the lead here in game number 1 for the Lady Blue Comets on the season. And it's going to be Cooper, Pinkerton, and Flood, the first 3 up here against Kara Drake. And Kara, through her 2 innings of work, she has thrown 54 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. She's given up, 2 hits and 3 runs. Team's got 3 errors behind her. So as she goes to Cooper here, so 0 for 1. She struck out her first time up. So Drake ready to go. First pitch on the way. Ball number 1 to her. So right back in there now. That's in there for a strike. Sorry, folks, I think we have different pitcher out there on the mound. Well, we're going to get it right here in just a second, okay? See what we got here. Here's the pitch on the way. And that's a shot there at short up on a Tater Thompson. A good throw and a nice dig there by Rachel Jacket. And it goes 6-3. And that looks like it's going to be Sophie Imling in there now as our pitcher. I'm trying to see for sure. But that looks like who it is there. And Drake goes over to third. So, yeah, they switch places here, Imling and Drake. So it is a quick out here for Imling. As that's a shot that goes, right off the top of Tater Thompson's glove. She knocks it down as Pinkerton ends up with a second base hit on the ball game. So 1 pitch, and she's on. Here comes a pitcher, Flood, who grounded out to first, her first time up. So I'm going to shut the door here on Kira Drake. All right, so here we go with a 1 out and a runner on. Imling up high, ball 1 to the pitcher, Flood. 1-0 to her. So 1-0, Imling delivers. Up high on the inside, it's now 2-0. All right, 2-0. We're filling out the line here on Imling, or is on Drake. That one's up high to go 3-0. So 2 innings, 54 pitches, 3 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, 2 hits, 2 runs, or 3 runs, all 3 of them earned. Okay, so there we go. It is now 3-0 to Flood. The opposing pitcher at this plate here for Sophie Imling, and that one's in the dirt for ball number 4. So base on balls, runners now at first and second as Imling has her first base on balls here. She'll face the shortstop Hess, who reached on a base on balls her first time up. And it looks like we may get a courtesy runner here over to second. No, over to first. So we'll see who the runner is over there at first. Number 3 is going to be in there. So that will be Anderson. Number 3, Anderson, will be in there running for Flood. Pinch runner. All right, so we got that taken care of. So now ready to go to the plate here is Hess. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And the shortstop Hess now ready to come to the plates. The umpire will finish the conversation. Let's get some softball going on here. Here we go. As Hess steps in here now. Ready to go, Sophie Imling. First pitch to her. She reached on a base on balls her first time up. Got stranded at third back in the first inning. Up high inside, ball 1. So Hess checking in with Coach Huber down the first base line. 1-0 to her. She steps back in. Got runners at first and second with 1 out here. In the third. Here's the pitch. Imling up on the inside. Now goes 2-0. Winner of this game will play Ottawa. The loser will play right after this one against Fort Scott in this short tournament here today in Fort Scott. Nice day for some softball to start the season. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit high, going 3-0. So Imling don't want to load them up right here with 1 out. So 3-0 to Hess. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike, taken all the way as Hess, 3-1. Sophie moving from third. Drake now over at third. I mean, now the pitcher. Here's the 3-1. Runner right there, and that'll get in between short and third, and it's going to be out into left field. Lewis out up on it, coming in. They're going to wave her around, and she'll come in and score. So the run comes in to score to make it a 4-0 ball game on the single by Hess. They get another hit here into this inning, making it 4-0. So here comes Roberts to the plates. Is now runners over at second and third as Anderson, the pinch runner, goes over. Hess takes second on the throw in. Here comes Roberts to the plate, struck out her first time up. And the pitch is low for ball 1. So ball 1 to her. Roberts ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low from Imling. It's now 2-0. So Roberts not wasting any time. Stands right in, ready to go here. Staying away from that one. Now makes it a 3-0 count. So 3-0 to Roberts, stands in right in here with first base open here, but Imling definitely doesn't want to put anybody over there with only 1 out. Here's the pitch on the way. Just low outside for ball 4, so bases are now full. Second base on ball is given up by Imling here, so McNally comes to the plate here. Reached on a base on balls her first time up, so with only 1 out, we need a good double play ball here. Get out of this inning as 1 run has come in to make it 4-0 here in the top of the third. McNally standing in. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to her. Really could use it out here at the plates. As McNally comes right back to the plate here. Base is full. 1 out. 0-1 to her. Imling to the plate. Back to the screen. It's now 0-2. Stoker on deck for the Lady Broncos. So they're trying to open it up here in the third as Sophie Emling in now to try to shut him down. 0-2 to McNally, looking for the second out. Here's the pitch on the way. High ball one. Couldn't get her to chase after that one. So we got timeout here. Coach Huber going to call timeout, looking for her hitter to come down the line there. McNally. 1-2 at the plate. Bases full. Roberts at first, Hess at second. Anderson, the pinch runner, over at third. And Emily come in here to start this inning for Lady Blue Comets. It's got a 1-2 count here to McNally. And the freshman stands in, ready to go. Here's the pitch from Emily. Ooh, that gets away from Wagner off the top of her glove. Coming in to score is Anderson, the pinch runner, and everybody moves in. So it's a 2-2 count now, 5-0 on the wild pitch. Bringing everybody up. So now runners at two of them come in, sorry. They bring all those runners in here. So second base is where we got Roberts over there. Hess does come in as well, making it a 6-0 ball game. Here's a pitch. That's going to be shallow into just off the dirt. Nice job, Tater Thompson, making the play there for outs. Number 2. So 2 outs. Here comes Stoker to the plate. With 2 outs. She struck out her first time up. Got a runner over at second there. That's Roberts. Standing in over there. It was now 6-0 ball game here in the top of the third. That's low for a ball, and that's going to allow the runner to get over to third on the wild pitch. So 1-0 here to Stoker to start her off. So Emily trying to get out of this inning without any more damage here. And the pitch on the way. That's a shot right there at third. Nice job there by Drake with a good dig. Gets it across, good stretch. 5-3 for the third out. But they do get the 2 hits. They leave 1. And that does bring in 3 runs on a couple more errors here by the Lady Blue Comets. They now have 5 on the ball game that has resulted in 6 runs here. We're going to the bottom of the third. Coming up, it'll be Thompson, Drake, and Jacket when we come back. KINZ.biz. Back here ready to go to the bottom of the third inning. The Blue Comets need base runners right now, trailing at 6-0, and it will be Tater Thompson to the plate. Ground out to first her first time, or ground out to the pitcher her first time up. So she steps up here for the second time, facing Flood, and it's a ball 1 to her. Flood, through her 2 innings of work, has thrown 38 pitches now. She's got 2 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. She's given up no hits and no runs so far. Our team leads at 6-0. That's a strike called here to Taylor. It's now 1-1. Can do that. So 1-1 now to Taylor Thompson. That's low for a 2-1 count. So the 2-1 count to her. Taylor stands right in. Trying to get something started here, and that's going to go right back up the middle. Good job there by Thompson. As Lady Blue Comets get their first hit of the ball game by Taylor. She's over at first here to lead off the third. Here comes Kara Drake, reached on a base on balls. Got stranded at third back in the first inning. So Kara Drake comes up here, starting pitcher, now moves over to third base for the Lady Blue Comets here. And she'll step up, trying to move Thompson off of first. Flood in the circle here, ready to go. First pitch is strike one to her. 0-1 to Kara Drake. Drake standing right in. The 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's low. It's 1-1 count to her. So 1-1 to Drake as she's right back in. That's low on the inside, and 2-1. Just getting out of the way of it. Almost catches her on the foot. Trying to get a good inning going here for Lady Blue Comets. They trade at 6-0. 2-1 to Drake. That's up high, 3-1. Team with that 3-1 count. Here's Drake. That'll be ball four. So runners now at first and second here for the Blue Comets. As that is the third walk given up here by Flood. And she'll face Rachel Jacket, reached on an error. Back into first. Stepping up here, runners at first and second. Trying to rally here in the third. And the pitch from Flood. Whoa, that's a strike call, 0-1. Wow. Right around the ankles right there. You're golfing on that one. 0-1 to Jacket. And the pitch. Has to be a runner right there at the shortstop. Shortstop going to try to go to third, and that's going to drop it there. And from Hesta Cooper on the exchange, and everybody's safe. Bases full, Lady Blue Comets. So Jacket reaches now for the second time, and this time on a fielder's choice. Here comes Haley Shields to the plate with bases full and nobody out. So here comes Haley to the plate, 0 for 1 at the plate today as she struck out her first time up. Stands in here, now ready to face Flood with full, bases full of good gals. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a foul tip, strike one. 0-1 to her. So Haley right back in with Sophie Emling on deck. Here's Shields. I'm going to get a hold of one here. The shot over to the left side, now to play 0-2. Straighten one out there, Haley. They're giving a little bit of room out there in left center field. Playing straight away. So she got some room in the gaps if she can find the spot. Here's the 0-2 now on the way from Flood. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number one. Here this afternoon is third. All right, so one out. Third strikeouts for Flood as Sophie Emling comes to the plate. She's 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. So bases full, one out. Here's Sophie stepping to the plate here, trying to avoid that double play ball. Let's get some runs across. That's in there for D-right, call one. So 0-1 to Emling, custom border on deck. Drilling in. Looking for a chance to get up here. Here's the 0-1. High for 1-1 count. So standing right in here is Emling. Looking to get a hold of one. Lady Blue Comets need a hit right here. 1-1 on the way. Swing and miss just out in front of that one now. 1-2. Flood trying to get herself out of trouble here. Check in with Coach Jacket down the line. All right. Back in goes Emling. And off the end of the bat, that's a foul ball. 1-2. Ooh. So if we get another shot at it here. Just off the end of the bat. Well, I like to see we're poking one right into right center field right there all the way to the fence. That should clear him. 1-2 to Emling as she steps right back in. Flood with the sign from Pinkerton. Here's the pitch. Up high ball. Quick snap down to first. Back in there safe. Here's Jacket. As it's now 2-2 to Emling at the plate. Nice try there by Pinkerton. A little snap throw down there, but Jacket gets back in. 2-2 now to Emling. Fighting them off. Here's the pitch. I tell you what, that was a nice looking pitch there. 3-2, the count full. That looked better than when he called a strike against Jacket at the ankles. Anyway, 3-2, full count. And right back in goes Sophie. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Flood bringing it. Oh, gets her swinging out front of her for the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. And Sophie Emling goes down swinging. 4 strikeouts here as it will be Kristen Border hit by a pitch. Her first time up. Steps up, 2 outs, and bases full for the Comets as Jerlyn up on taking ball 1. 1-0 her. Kristen Border. Ready, Flood delivers. That's low. It's now 2-0. We'll take a walk-in run here. Pitch number 60 there for Flood now through her 2 2/3. For that third out, Kristen Border. 2-0. A little runner right out there to Flood. Flood's going to come up on it, and she'll make the play over there 1-3 for the third out. So we load them up and then get a 1-2-3 inning. As the Lady Blue Comets get to 1 hit, they leave 3, no errors, and no runs come in. It is a 6-0 ball game going to the 4th. It will be Anderson, Stegging, and Cooper when we come back here on KINZ.biz. All right, we're back here as we get ready to go to the top of the 4th inning. Lady Blue Comets will have a new catcher, and that is going to be, I don't know why I put that there. No, Emling is still there as the pitcher, sorry. And behind the distance is going to be Campbell, the new catcher for the Lady Blue Comets. As Aubriana Campbell comes in, and she is the new catcher. So top of the order here for Spring Hill. Anderson comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 at the plate today. And that's a foul ball. Steal right 1 to her. Coming in now for her 2nd inning of work. As 2 base on balls, no strikeouts. Gave up a couple hits and 3 runs. Did Emling. 0-1 Anderson to start off here in the 4th. Oh, that's fouls it off her ankle right there, and it is 0-2. Looks like she's going to be okay. So Anderson, a double and a fly out. 13 times up, has scored a run. Stands in with an 0-2 count here to start off the 4th for Spring Hill and the Lady Broncos. Here's the pitch from Emily. Runner down the first base side and out of play. Jacket up on it, and it's a foul ball. 24 pitches, no strikeouts, 2 base on balls, 3 runs, a couple errors, a couple hits for Emling in her 1 inning of work. She's here for the 2nd. Anderson 0-2 after the foul ball. That's a runner down the first base line once again, and it's just foul. Stays 0-2, staying alive up there. Stegging and Cooper, the first three up here after Anderson. And 0-2, she goes back in. Here's the pitch on the way. High for ball one. Chasing after that one. Makes it a 1-2 count. 1-2 here to Anderson. She steps back in. Emling with the delivery. High for ball two. 2-2 now the count. So 2-2 count here. Anderson right back in and looking to get on here to start the fourth inning for the Lady Broncos as Emling bringing it low, runs the count full, 3-2. That 3-2 count. Brianna Campbell now. Brianna Campbell now the new catcher for the Lady Blue Comets. Here's Emling with the full count. High for ball four. So leadoff runner on here. Third base on balls given up by Emling. And it'll be Stegging to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with the base on balls. Has scored a run. Struck out her last time up. So Stegging stands in here with no outs and a runner on. Emling to the plate, trying to bunt her way on, and that's going to be a strike. Catches a piece of it, fouls it away, and it's 0-1 count. As they're going to let the runner move around, and as they try to throw the ball around, and the runner ends up over at third. So a nice job of running there by Anderson. Moves around on the strike foul call, and I thought maybe it was a foul ball what he called, so that shouldn't allow the runner to move, I would think. She should go back to first. As he called a foul ball, the ball ended up in foul territory. It didn't go like a wild pitch. He called a foul ball. Runner needs to go back to first. That's what I thought. He called a foul ball. Good call by the umpires. They got together there. And Coach, you were going to come in and ask, but it is a foul ball. He did call it a foul ball. He did go out the end of the bat, did hit the plate, bounced off to the left side, out of play, into foul ground. He called it a foul ball. It's a strike one. And now the runner needs to go back to third. Coach Huber trying to find out what's going on here, but that's the call. It didn't go off of somebody's leg. It was a foul ball called. So they're still discussing it out here in front of the circle, as you can see here on the live stream. But to me, it was the umpire called a foul ball. Therefore, the runner cannot advance on a foul ball. It's 0-1 at the plate. The runner's at first. Let's play some softball. Good call by the refs. Here we go. It's 0-1 to Stegging at the plate. So discussion over. So here we go. As back into the plate comes Stegging. She comes back in here with a runner over at first. That's Anderson and the 0-1 to her. That's low. 1-1 to count. So the 1-1 count. Stegging stands in. Taking on Coach Huber down the third baseline. Their team up 6-0 here. Here's Emling with the pitch. Shot right back to Sophie. She's going to go to second, try to get the double play. There's one. Not quick enough to get her down the line. But they do get the lead runner on the one. The fielder's choice there. Gets over to first. So out number one, then they go 1-6 for that one. Cooper coming to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Her 2 times up. Runner over first. Nice job by Lady Comets. Get the lead runner. 1 out. And Emling to Cooper. Swing and miss just out in front of that one. Strike 1, 0-1 to her. So with an 0-1 count, Pinkerton will be on deck. Pinkerton is 2 for 2. 0-1 to Cooper. She stands in. And the pitch. Out in front. That's going to be away from Campbell. Wild pitch allows the runner to get over to second. And it's a 1-1 count. It's down front there by Emily. So Pinkerton will stand on deck. Here's Cooper right back in with a 1-1. Now runner scoring position over at a second. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. 1-2. So the 1-2 counts for Cooper. Back in she comes in here. And the pitch on the way. That's going to catch her on the shoulder. Hit by the pitch. So runners now at first and second here. So now runners at first and second. Here comes Pinkerton to the plate. She's 2 for 2, scoring a couple runs here. Her 2 times up. She's got runners at first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Emling. Inside, can't catch the corner. Ball 1 to her. So Pinkerton back in with a 1-0 count. Emling, sign from Campbell. Here's the pitch. That's a shot down the left side, and it'll be foul. 1-1. Long strike. Down that third baseline. So Emling gets the foul ball. Pinkerton right back in here with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Emling. Fouling out to that left side once again, and makes it a 1-2 count. So 1-2. Pinkerton ready to go. And the pitch. Just a bit high, makes it a 2-2 count. So 2-2 to Pinkerton. Right back in she goes here, scoring on a couple wild pitches here today. Here's the 2-2 to her. And that gets away from Campbell underneath the wickets there. And that is ball number 3. Runners advance to second and third. So now it's a full count here to Pinkerton with runners in scoring position second and third here in the fourth. Pinkerton right back in with the pitcher Flood on the deck. Here's the payoff pitch. Here's the 2-3-2, and that's a high fly ball out into right behind second base. Taylor Thompson there from a short. Here comes the play. Going to get into Campbell, and Campbell's going to tag her out at the plate. Nice job by the Lady Blue Comets as Pinkerton is out onto the fly ball for out to number 2. Stegging is out onto the 6-2 for the third out. So they get no hits, but they leave 2. And no errors by the Lady Blue Comets. No runs come in. We will go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is a 6-0 ball game. Wagner, Lewis, and Donovan come to the plate. When we come back, Blue Comet softball here on KINZ.biz. All right, as we get back here, ready to go to the bottom of the fourth inning, Lady Blue Comets definitely need base runners. Wagner, well, I should say Campbell, will be in here as she took over for Brianna. Back in the third. So she'll come up here for the first time as Campbell will come in here ready to face Flood. Flood. So now we have some discussion going on here between the official scores table and the umpire, as you can tell here. And we have Campbell coming to the plates, which is right, as it would have been Brianna Wagner. I said I had 16 instead of 6. Okay, so that's why we're doing it there, but no 16 for Lady Blue Comets. Yep, so now we're ready to go as Brianna Campbell. Ready now? Okay, so we're ready to go here. Flood back in here for her 4th inning. 3 innings of work. She's thrown 61 pitches. She's got 4 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. She's only given up 1 hit and no runs. Lady Blue Comets, here's Campbell for the first time. Facing Flood here in the 4th. And the pitch is low for ball 1. So Blue Comets have had a couple of base runners here. Only got 1 hit managed in there so far. We left a couple runners out there on the base pads. As a matter of fact, we left 7 on the base pads already here through these first 3 innings. See if we can bring a couple of those home. That's on the inside for a ball 2 count. So it's now 2-0 here to Campbell. As Aubriana trying to get on. Start off the 4th here for Lady Comets, trailing at 6-0. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside corner for a strike call, 2-1. Scheduled to do some baseball on Thursday as the Purple Dragons of Pittsburgh come to town, but don't think that's going to happen, folks. We'll keep an eye on the weather. It's going to be a rainy day on Thursday and Friday, as Iola's supposed to come to town for a makeup game as well for both the Blue Comets and the Lady Blue Comets. 2-2 after that foul tip right there. And Campbell right back in, trying to get it started here for Lady Blue Comets in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Flood. Oh, swing and a miss out in front of that one. Out number 1. So what else? Here comes J.C. Lewis to the plate. Reached on a base on balls her first time up. The Lady Blue Comets left fielder. Will now step up here. Coach Jacket down the third base line. Coach Ilming down the first base side. J.C. in. Flood ready to go here. First pitch to her. Squaring around the bunt. Tries to lay it down. It's a foul ball. 0-1. So the 0-1 count here to Lewis. J.C. checking in with Coach Jacket down that third base line. And the 0-1 to her. That's going to be a short fly ball. Nice job behind the rubber there by Flood. Comes up with the play for outs, number 2. So 2 outs, top of the order. Here comes Riley Donovan to the plate. She's over 2. 2 outs and nobody on, trying to get something started here in the 4th. Lady Blue Comets need base runners here. Into the pitch. High ball 1 to her. 1-0. Get the lights going on now. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That's up high, and it's 2-0. Riley stand right in here, ready to go with a 2-0 pitch to her. As Taylor Thompson on deck. And that's a shot out into center field. Center fielder, though, Stoker. Right there for the play. So it's a 3 up, 3 down here by the Lady Blue Comets. They get no hits and leave none, no errors, and no runs come in. It will be a 6-0 ball game going to the 5th. Flood, Hess, and Roberts come to the plate when we come back. KINZ.biz. All righty, folks, we're back here as Drake and Emling are going to switch places once again. As Drake will now go back to do the pitching duties, Emling will go back to third. So Kira Drake back in to do the pitching here in the fifth inning, facing Flood, Hess, and Roberts, the first three. And the first pitch on the way. It's D-right call from Drake to Flood. 0-1 to her. So that one gets away. Now 1-1. The count here to Flood. All right, so Flood right back in with a 1-1 count here. As that's a smash out into right center field. But good job there, Riley Donovan right there to come up on it and make the play to right center field. Out number 1. She gave it a ride. Here comes the shortstop Hess, who's 1 for 1 and a base on balls, scoring a run. Her 2 times at the plate today. As she comes up here with 1 out, nobody on here in the 5th. And Drake low for ball 1 to her. 1-0. So things hold the way that they're holding right now. It will be Lady Blue Comets playing right after this against Fort Scotts. And it'll be Spring Hill in Ottawa after that one. But Lady Blue Comets could rally right here. So they got a long way to go. 2-0 now. Here to Hess at the plate. That one is low. So 2-0 to Hess. Roberts will be on deck. And Drake back in. That one's outside. Just a bit outside. 3-0. And away from Kira right there. Brianna Campbell still behind the dish. Taking over for Brianna Wagner. They're in the 3rd inning. So here we go. The 3-0 to Hess. That's in there for a strike call. Take it all the way. And 3-1 to her. As Hess with a 3-1 count. Roberts will be on deck. Here's Hess standing in, looking to get something to drive, and Drake delivers. Low for ball 4. So that will be the 7th base on balls given up by Blue Comet pitching here in this 4 innings and 4 1/3 innings so far. Here comes Roberts to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Her 2 times up. So the first baseman steps up here with a runner over at first and 1 out in the 5th. Drake delivers outside, ball 1. So Roberts, not wasting any time, steps right back in. Here's the pitch. That's a shot down the 3rd baseline. It is a foul ball, 1-1. So that 1-1 count to her will get everything reset here. Standing over at first is Hess, reaching on a base on balls, her 2nd. There are 3 times at the plate. She's been on every time. Here's Roberts in with a 1-1 count. That's low. Campbell a little trouble handling it. Allows the runner to get over to 2nd on no throw. So 2-1. And 1 out. Roberts right back in. 2-1 pitch. Shot down that 3rd baseline once again off the end of the bat. Now it's 2-2. So the 2-2 counts. Drake looking for that 2nd out. McNally looking to get on here as she will be standing in the on-deck circle. Roberts 2-2 at the plate. That's up high. Gets past Campbell. Going over to 3rd on the wild pitch is Hess. Too many of those today for Lady Blue Comets. Allowed runs to score. At least 4 runs on wild pitches here today on errors have come in. And the count now full. The runner now over at 3rd is Hess. Ball 4. Runners on the corners. So runners on the corners now, and McNally comes to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Her 2 times up. Coming in here now. The Blue Comets had no outs and the base is full. A while back we were able to get out of it, see if they can do that again here in this one with runners on the corners. Of course, still got a base open there, but not want to put anybody on. McNally to the screen. 0-1 on the foul ball. So McNally with that 0-1. Stoker will be on deck if McNally gets on. Only one out here. And the 0-1 to McNally. Outside, and they're going to try a quick throw down to third. Getting back in there is Hess, as it's a 1-1 count. Nice idea there by Campbell. So 1-1 to McNally. And the pitch. High and outside makes it 2-1. Got a quick out there on a fly ball and then a couple base on balls here to put them on the corners. Definitely don't want to load them up here. McNally, 2-1. Back in she goes. To the screen. It's now 2-2. So let's get that second out here at the plate. The Stoker is waiting patiently for a chance to come up. And it's 2-2 to McNally. Drake bringing it. Fly ball. Right field. He's going to get down in front of Shields, and she's going to throw it in. And here comes a couple of runs coming in to score. The ball comes in. They're going to try to throw it over to second, and that's going to get off of Thompson's glove, and she's going to be in there safe at second as McNally. 2 runs come in on the single. And then she goes to second on the throw. So 2 more runs come in to make it an 8-0 ball game. Here in the top of the 5th. Here comes Stoker to the plate with 1 out and a runner over at second. Stoker comes up here 0 for 2 at the plate today facing Drake. Foul ball off of Campbell's mask, and it's 0-1 to her. They put up a couple more here to make it 8-0 here in the 5th. Thompson, Drake, and Jack at first 3 up in the bottom of the 5th. And we got a little bit of this. Going to get a pinch runner here for McNally. And it's number 7. That is Pinkerton. So Pinkerton comes in to run for McNally. Pinkerton in to run here for McNally. And now back in here is Stoker at the plate. Swing and a miss on that one. And it's now 0-2. Stoker with an 0-2 count, stands right in here. Drake looking for that second out. Taking something off that one outside. 1-2 the count now. Let's get this second out here. Stoker from Drake. Oh, ball, heads up, heads up. Foul ball. Stays 1-2. So here in the top of the 5th inning now, 8-0. Lady Blue Comets trail it. 1-2 outside here to Stoker. Now a 2-2 count. It will be Anderson on deck. Looks like they may. Yep, it will be Anderson on deck. Stoker in. Here's the 2-2, and that's a fly ball here to Tater Thompson. Shortstop gets underneath it, and she'll make the play for outs at number 2. So 2 outs here into the 5th. Here comes Anderson to the plate. Anderson is a 1 for 2, reaching on a base on balls. So she comes in here with 2 outs now. Stegging will be on deck as she can reach here with 2 outs. Low for ball 1. So with a 1-0 count to Anderson. Trying to continue the inning here. They got a runner scoring possession in seconds. Fouling it back to the screen. It's now a 1-1 count. So Drake back in the circle here for the second time. She had 2 innings of work through 54 pitches, 3 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. And now that one gets away from Campbell on the wild pitch. And moving over to third is Pinkerton, the pinch runner, on another wild pitch here, making it 2-1. Those wild pitches and those errors have moved the runners around. That is number 6 on the afternoon. As far as errors go, And it brought in 6 runs here on the afternoon. Here's the 2-1 to Anderson. Outside, 3-1. Stegging can be on deck if Anderson can reach. Trying to get on here in the 5th. It's Kara Drake. Fighting hard here in the circle. Her second stint in the circle. That's a shot, and it's going to be right there to second base. Good job there by Kristen Barter to come down there with the play for the final out. So that'll do it here as they get no hits, but they do leave one and 1 error, and 2 more runs come in. It will be an 8-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Thompson, Drake, and Jacket when we come back. KINZ.biz. All right, we're back here as the Lady Blue Comets definitely need base runners here to start the bottom half of the 5th inning, trading at 8-0. And it will be Tater Thompson to the plate. Tater, the single hit for the Lady Blue Comets here today. She is 1 for 2. So TT stands in. That's a shot right back up the middle to a 1-3, 4 outs, number 1. Quick out here for Flood. Flood now 4 1/3. She's thrown 72 pitches. Got 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. She's given up the 1 hit, no runs. Here comes Kara Drake to the plate. She's got 2 base on balls, her 2 times at the plate today. Trying to get on for the 3rd time. Here in the 5th, here's the pitch. That's up high for ball 1. 1-0. Drake standing in here with a 1-0 count. Rachel Jacket on deck, and that's a shot right back at Flood, 1-3. Number 2, 2 quick outs here, just like in the first for the Lady Blue Comets. Here comes Rachel Jacket to the plate. She has reached twice on an error and a fielder's choice, who 2 times at the plate today. So 2 outs and nobody on with Haley Shields on deck as Rachel Jacket comes to the plate here. And Jacket steps in here, first pitch on the way. Steve Wright call 1-0-1. Rachel Jacket, first baseman. Been stranded out there on the base paths her 2 times that she's been on the pads, and that one is outside and low for ball 1, 1-1 to count. High, 2-1. So the 2-1 count. Flood bringing it. Shot out into left center field, and that could get down. It gets down and goes all the way to the fence. Turn the corner, there's Jacket. She's going to hold up, but it's a double. 2-out double here for Rachel Jacket. Nice job. Get something going here for Lady Blue Comets. This is the 2nd hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Haley Shields. She's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Sophie Emling will be on deck for Lady Blue Comets. Gerlin, custom border. In the hole there. Here we go, Shields. Standing and taking it high, ball 1. Rachel Jacket standing over second after that 2-out double. And Haley Shields, the right fielder, trying to bring her around. Here's the pitch from Flood. That's in there for a call strike, 1-1. So with a 1-1 count to her, Shields ready to go. Stands in. Here's the pitch. That's low for a ball, 2-1. Pitch number 81 right there for Flood. She's pitching very well here. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Shields. Slap shot over to the right side. It's a foul ball, 2-2. 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. She's given up 2 hits, no runs. For Flood. And she's got a 2-2 count now here to Haley Shields, trying to end of this 5th inning. That's low for ball 3. Here's a shot down the 3rd. Nice job. Jackett's going to steal the bag. Good throw down there by Pinkerton. Rachel Jackett is there for the steal. So it's a full count. The Becomes get their first stolen base. Here's the payoff pitch. Haley Shields ready to go. Flood bringing it. That's a shot, a little roller there to the shortstop. Hess up on it. 6-3 for the 3rd out. 1 hit, 1 left, no errors, no runs. And it will be an 8-0 ball game as we go to the 6th inning. Coming up here on KIZ.biz. To the 6th inning we go here, and we're in Fort Scott. Beautiful afternoon here. Going to get the sun going down. Going to look a little chilly here tonight as we're in game number 2 into the 6th inning out of this 4-game little tournament going on here. Here's Stegging come to the plate. She is 0 for 1, reaching on a fielder's choice and a base on ball. So 3 times up. First pitch, swinging, foul ball. Yeah, 0-1. Kara Drake back in here for another inning of work. Stegging, Cooper, and Pinkerton, the first 3 up here at 8-0 in the top of the 6th for the Lady Broncos of Spring Hill. Game number 1 for the Lady Blue Comets on the season. Stegging 0-1 to her. Fouls that one back to the screen. Heads up there, Aubriana. Coming right back to her. It's 0-2. So the 0-2 count. Stegging standing in. Drake got her to strike out there in the 2nd. See if we can get her to do that here in the 6th to get this first out. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Stegging. Ready. That's low for a 2-2 count now. So 2-2. As Cooper will be on deck here. Stegging stands back in here with a 2-2 count from Drake. Here in the 6th, just outside, full count. Stegging done a good job here, getting back in here after falling behind 0-2. So full count to Stegging, on the way. High fly ball, infield. Taylor Thompson from shortstop comes and makes the play for out to number 1. So here comes the 3rd baseman Cooper to the plate. She's 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch her 3 times at the plate today. Comes up here facing Drake. 1 out and nobody on. And the pitch. Ball 1. 1-0 to Cooper. Drake now ready to go, stands in here. has the sign. Here's the pitch. Fly ball right field. And then it's going to get over Shields' head and out into the fence. Here comes the ball in, and it'll be a double for Cooper. Her first hit of the ball game. So Cooper gets the double here. And that'll bring Pinkerton to the plate. She's 2 for 3, scoring a couple of runs or 3 times at the plate today. Scoring on a couple of wild pitches here, a couple of errors. Lady Blue Comets have 6 errors in this ball game that have resulted in 5 runs. Here's Pinkerton, first pitch up high, ball 1. So Cooper on second there after that double. They're trying to put a couple more on here into the 6th. 1-0 to Pinkerton. Swing and a miss, and that gets off of Campbell's glove. Here's a throw down to third. Nice hesitation there by Cooper, but she does end up making the steal as it's a 1-1 count here to Pinkerton. Third stolen base here by Spring Hill. Pinkerton with the 1-1 count, stands right back in, runner over third score position. Swing and a miss, is now 1-2. So Kira Drake can get this second out here and leave that run sitting over at third. Lady Blue Comets trying to get those bats working. That's up high, 2-2. So the 2-2 count and the pitcher Flood on deck. Pinkerton stands in here. Drake behind her, and that's going to get away from Campbell. Cooper coming in to score on the wild pitch. Another error brings in another run. That makes it a 9-0 ball game. And it's a full count here to Pinkerton. So Pinkerton with a full count, stands in. Here's the pitch from Drake. That got away from her, ball 4. So now run over at first on the 9th base on balls by the Lady Blue Comets here. Flood comes to the plate with a runner over at first here. And Flood is 0 for 2 with a base on balls for 3 times up. Did score a run. That's in there for a strike call, 0-1. 0-1 count. Flood. Back in, ready to go, trying to help her own cause here. That's a quick throw down by Campbell, down to first. Getting back in there is Pinkerton as it's ball 1 to Flood, 1-1 to count. One, here we go as Flood stands back in. It's now 2-1. So it stays 2-1 here at the plate. Flood sends that one out to short. Thompson, quick little throw over to second. They'll get the lead runner, trying to throw, not going to get quick runner Flood down the line, but they'll get the lead runner on the 6-4 for round number 2. Flood reaches on a fielder's choice and is over at first. So 2 outs. Here comes Hess to the plate. She is 1 for 1. A couple base on ball, scoring a couple runs here today. And we're going to get a pinch runner, it looks like, for Flood. So it looks like it's going to be Anderson once again coming in to run. So Anderson comes in to pinch run here once again for Flood. All right, so here's Hess standing in with 2 outs and runner at first. Drake delivers high, ball 1. So 1-0 to Hess. Looking for that third out here, Lady Blue Comets. 9-0 ball game here in the 6th. That is ball number 2, 2-1, 2-0. So 2-0. Step back in goes Hess. That is outside for a ball. So it's now 3-0. That's in there for a strike to Hess. Taken all the way there. Hard to right. 3-1 now to Hess. Fouling that off, heads up over there. Taking out the Lady Tiger softball team out over there. 3-2, full count now. So the payoff pitch now on the way here for Drake. That's up high, and it's ball 4. Runners now at first and second on the base on balls. Her third base on balls of this game. That brings Roberts to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a couple base on balls at the plate today. She have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. So she comes to the plate here. And ball 1. Runners move up on the wild pitch. Second and third now in scoring position. As Roberts right back in. The 1-0 count to her. That's high, gets away from Campbell. Here comes a run in, and going to try to get her to play close play, but she is safe at the plates. Is Anderson on the wild pitch. Another error, brings another run, makes it a 10-0 ball game. Hess now over at third. Roberts with a 2-0 count at the plates. And we're going to get a timeout here in the circle. Have a little chat as it's now a 10-0 ball game. Lady Blue Comets. Trails, we get the scores right up here for you. There we go. All right, so meeting over 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Drake. Gets her swinging at that one. It's 2-1 for Roberts. McNally will be on deck. Emily, Custom Border, and Campbell, the first 3 up into the bottom of the 6th for Lady Blue Comets. And it's 2-1 to Roberts. That's up high, 3-1 now. So Roberts right back in, 3-1 count. Here's Drake, delivers low, ball 4. So runners now on the corners for Spring Hill. 11 base on balls, 8 errors. Have brought in 8 runs for Spring Hill. All right, so here comes McNally to the plate. That's a high fly ball on the infield. Second baseman there, that is Custom Border. Comes down with the play for the final out, but they do the damage here in the inning as they get 1 hit. They do leave 1. 2 errors brings in 2 more runs. It's a 10-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Emling, Custom Border, and Campbell to the plate when we come back here on Z.biz. Alrighty, folks, as we get back here, ready to go to the bottom of the 6th. Lady Blue Comets trading at 10-0 here and trying to put some base runners across here to avoid the first loss of the year. So here comes Sophie Emling to the plate. She's 0 for 2 to start off against Flood. That's in there for Steve Wright, call 1. So 85 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, 2 hits, no runs for Flood in her ball game here. 0-1 to Emling. That's low for a 1-1 count. So unless the Lady Blue Comets come in with a big rally here, we're going to play right after this one. After this one's over, probably about a 20-minute break, and then we'll have Fort Scott and Lady Blue Comets here. And it'll be Spring Hill and Ottawa in the latter game tonight. To me, be about midnight by the time it's done. Way it's looking. That's up high, and now 2-1. So 2-1 count here is Flood, trying to keep Emling from getting on here for Lady Blue Comets to start. Foul ball down the third base line, and it's a 2-2 count. So stage 2 and 2 here. Sophie trying to get something started here for Lady Blue Comets. A couple of hits, all they've been able to manage here. They have had a couple of base runners on some fielder's choices and a couple of errors here, but not much other than that for Lady Blue Comets. And there's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 1. And that is the 6th strikeout for Flood for the Lady Broncos. Here comes Custom Border to the plate. She's 0 for 1. She's been hit by a pitcher 2 times up. So coming up here in the 6th, with 1 out, nobody on, as Aubriana Campbell on deck. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to her. That's pitch number 90. For Flood. 0-1 to Custom Border. Up high, 1-1 count. Good looking pitch there, just missed. 1-1 here. Campbell will be on deck. Custom Border. Pitch on the way. Just outside, ball 2, 2-1. So the 2-1 count. Derlin stands right back in, trying to get it started here with 1 out. Here's Flood with the pitch. Shot there first, and a nice job by the first baseman there. Roberts takes it herself unassisted for out number 2. So here comes Campbell to the plate. She's 0 for 1. And 2 outs, nobody on. Flood trying to finish it up here for the Lady Blue Comets in this first game. So Campbell now ready to go. First pitch to her. Swing and a miss, 0-1. So the 0-1 counts. Wagner. Sorry, that's Campbell. Swing and a miss now, 0-2. So the 0-2 count. And Campbell with the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the strikeout, and that is going to do it here for that one. As we will go to the end of this one here. Now we'll do it. It'll be a 10-0 ball game at the end here for the Lady Blue Comets. They lose this one to Spring Hill. And we're going to have a little bit of a break here, and then we will have the Lady Blue Comets taking on Fort Scott here in game number 2. But let's wrap this one up here for you as Flood with a complete game here for the Lady Broncos. She pitched a really good game. She had 96 pitches. She had 6 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. She gave up 2 hits and no runs to the Lady Blue Comets here in this ball game. Lady Blue Comets had 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits. They left 8. They had 8 errors, which turned into 8 runs into the ball game for the Lady Broncos. And a good job of hitting here as they had 11 runs on 5 hits, 7 left, and 1 error for the Lady Broncos here in game number 1. So Lady Blue Comets lose this one. We'll be ready to go with game number 2 here coming up in just a bit. We'll shut down the stream, and we'll come back in game number 2. It'll be the Blue Comets and the Lady Tigers of Fort Scott coming up here in about 20 minutes live on KINZ.biz.